Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that speaks to divorced women to help them become a better version of themselves. Various topics will be speaked upon, such as personal development, relationships, health and wellness, wealth building, and children. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. The show will be hosted by the lovely speaker, author, and transitional divorce coach, Kalima, aka Lady K. Now for your host, Lady K. Hey everyone, how are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in to today's show of Walls and Doors Part 2. Now today I want to come from a different perspective, because the other day when I talked about the walls and the doors, I asked you, do you know who are the people in your life who play the roles of doors and walls? So now my question to you today is, who are you being a wall and door for? And are you being a positive or negative door or wall? Because guess what? Again, like I said, the wall that keeps you from danger, that's a barrier protection. It keeps you from negativity, all that stuff. Again, defense mechanism. So are you defending, or are you protecting the people in your life? It's really interesting how we can pinpoint what people are not doing in our lives. Like we can say, oh, that person have not come through for me, that person's not being there for me. But I want to ask you, can you check yourself and ask you, are you playing your role in their lives? Have you been able to pinpoint and say, hey, I'm slacking? See, it's always easy to point the finger, but you got to remember, when you point the finger, there's three fingers pointing back at you. So you got to ask yourself, are you in position? And I'm sorry, today you got to take some responsibility, because at some point in our life, we have to check ourselves, because we're so quick to check everybody else. So I asked, are you being a wall for that person? But now, are you being that door for that person? Are you blocking their access? Or are you opening that door to give them access? And it's not necessarily access to you. It's maybe access to possibilities or opportunities for them. So what if they need to go to their next level and you're the blockee? A lot of people always say, oh, I open the door so people can exit my life. But have you opened your door? Have you opened a door and escorted yourself out their life because you realized, you was toxic to them? Nobody thinks that they are toxic. Everybody think there's some type of I don't know, beautified, goddess or God, and I'm so right and I'm so perfect, and it's not me, it's everyone else. Maybe it's you, and maybe you need a reality check. I'm gonna give you a primary example of toxicity. Okay, now I grew up in a family where cursing was normal. It was normal. That was my environment. So when and for the people that I hung around with too, that was normal for us. So when I met my ex-husband, and I used to come out my face, especially when I was angry, and I used to say some things. Yes, I'm talking about myself, because I can talk about myself. Because guess what? I'm able to be the person I am today because I had to recognize some things about myself. So going back to my story, when I first met him, he used to always say to me, "You too beautiful to be talking that way." And I also look at him like a deer in the headlight. I'm like, what is he talking about? Why is he saying this to me? And I had to realize that at some point of time, I had some toxic ways. My mouth was disgusting. And I had to realize that was something that I had to work on. And when I reflect back on this, I realized, my position as a wall, because a wall was the person that kept, the negativity away. They blocked the negativity, and I didn't do my part. I didn't do my part. That was a weak wall. I was supposed to, because remember, a wall is a protection barrier. So the main person who's supposed to be your protection barrier, they're actually coming at you with their force. Because a wall is strong, a wall is solid, and it's part of the foundation. Now, on the other hand, the door, the door is a place of access. It allowed things to travel to and from a given destination. Are you actually allowing people? Now, it can play both ways. Are you allowing them to grow by opening the doors for them? Or do you have the door closed and you are a part of them to become stagnant because you're stagnant? Have you ever thought about that? You're not doing nothing, and it intimidates you to see the next person doing something because you don't have nothing to offer. And that right there, that's really selfish. But sometimes, again, some people can't recognize what they're doing. But when you do come to that place and you realize you have nothing to offer, why not open that door and let them go their way? Why stay there and be stagnant and complacent? Listen, everybody have their own times where they get certain things, and it's okay. You know, I can't say like, if I'm at a certain place and you're behind me, it's all right. But am I going to stop my growth because you're back there? No. And you shouldn't do the same. I really need people to come out of victim mode. Again, as I just said, some people can't see it. Some people don't even realize how long they've been playing that victim game, and then can't understand why people don't want to be around you. Please, when are you going to open your eyes and realize when you actually play that victim role, that's stagnant? That's the door closed. You're not doing nothing. You're standing still, blaming everyone else, not taking no responsibility, not being on post like you used to, like you should be. You're not being a wall. You're not being a door for somebody else because you're too busy, caught up in yourself. And you need to come out of that. You need to recognize it, and you need to stop getting offended when people tell you about yourself. And it's another thing too that I just have to slide in because people coming with this. Oh, you're supposed to be a Christian and you're supposed to walk with love, as I stated in the other episode, and I'm gonna say it again today. Yes, our job as a Christian is to walk in love and have the love inside of us, but that does not mean you take advantage of us and us to not have any discernment. Because guess what? somebody can discern that you have a funky spirit. And it is something about your spirit that they do not want to be around you. And they're not obligated to. They, at the end of the day, they still are humans. They can treat you with the utmost respect and love. And that love can be, a hug. That love can be a word of encouragement. That love can be, do something for you because you're in need. But it does not necessarily mean that they have to always be around you, or you may be looking to develop some type of relationship, but they're not looking for that. And again, it's okay. You have to be okay with it. This is not the episode where I'm going to tell you, well, some people and you just don't mix. There are some people that, that you're just not a click like that. No, I'm specifically telling you that some people do not want to be around you because this what you may carry, how you may act, and again, you may not have you may not see it in yourself, but others see it, and you need to have a reality moment with yourself, and you have to do some soul searching, some meditation, some deep emotional work on yourself, because everybody else see it but you don't see it. And I say this to you with love. And I hope that you was able to read what I'm saying today. I'm not trying to knock you. I'm not trying to downplay you, but I am trying to ask you, can you help others? Can you be a wall and a door to others and get out your own head? Have you identified the things that you need to work on? So, thank you for tuning in today. Continue to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Lady K Chat, and on my website at www.ladykcoaching.com. You ladies have a fabulous night, and I thank you for tuning in. Lady K.